Hello, traders. FX Pip Collector here. Today is Wednesday, February 4th, and this is my morning market breakdown of the US dollar pairs, including gold and a couple of the yen pairs. As usual, I always start off with the US dollar index because for me, that's like the roadmap to tell me what to do on all six of these dollar pairs themselves. So, starting off on the dollar index, like I've been saying for the last week or so, we need to figure out if this is a 1, 2, 3, which if it is a 3, it would keep on going down, or whether it's an ABC, like another three-way pattern within this messy three-wave pattern series that we've been in pretty much since last April. For me, this big push up right here tells me that it really cannot be a wave three because this push up happened at the 138 Fibonacci extension. A wave three should go at least to the 161% Fibonacci extension, and a wave three should also be a very, very strong wave, which is why I think this big wave counter wave right here proves to me that this is a wave C, and I think it pretty much proves to me that we're probably back up, and we're probably eventually going to go back up and take out both of these highs, most likely. Hopefully, not continuing to be in a sideways market, but it looks like that is the case. So, going down to the 1 hour time frame, we got this first impulsive move up, and yes, I know I have a lot of Fibonacci levels on here, but this green Fibonacci level on the 1 hour is definitely the most important as of right now. I would expect this to be like a wave A. I would think this is a wave B. We're probably in a move to the downside for a wave C. I would expect it to go at least to the 50 to 61.8. I personally think this is likely a 1 and this is a 2, and eventually it's going to bounce from a fib level and make a wave 3, which potentially should be a pretty strong wave. So if the US dollar index is going to go down, then up, then we would have to take that information and apply it to all the dollar pairs themselves. My analysis on all six of these dollar pairs is solely based on my analysis from this one US dollar analysis. And like I said, I think it's going to go down and then potentially up, which means that the euro dollar, pound dollar, Aussie dollar potentially would go up and then down. US dollar CAD, US dollar Swiss would be the opposite. And gold does pretty much whatever gold wants to do. So moving on to the euro dollar, back up to the daily time frame. Very, very strong push down on the euro dollar. I think that potentially it is going to go up a little bit more, might even go up towards this, top of this candle right here. But I think there's a good chance that it is going to keep on going down. I think there's actually probably a good chance that eventually it's going to go down and start sweeping some of these lows over the next few days. So I am definitely, definitely bearish. I am definitely looking for sorts. The last couple of days I've been saying if we get a break of structure at a Fibonacci level, then we could definitely go long. Never did get a break of structure at a Fib level. I mean, every single one of these swings is a lower high. Right now, we are in potentially a pullback to the last impulsive move down. Now, if it goes up and breaks this high, then fine, we'll become bullish. Otherwise, we are definitely looking at this move up right here as potentially another pullback within a downtrend. Pay attention to your 61 and 78% Fibonacci retracements. If you get engulfing down at either one of those levels, it probably would make for a pretty nice sort. As long as it doesn't, bounce at the 61%, go up and break structure, I will continue to be bearish. Or if it decides to go up and break this 100% level with momentum, that also would turn me bullish. But for now, definitely looking for three-way pullbacks to go short. Moving on to the pound dollar, going up to the daily time frame. Now, the pound dollar is a little different because it is stronger. The pound dollar actually never even did engulf to the downside. Now, whether this move up goes all the way back up to the top, it makes a double top, or whether it makes a lower high, we're just gonna have to watch and see. Based on the dollar index, I wouldn't be surprised if it did make a lower high and end up doing something along these lines. So taking it all the way down to the 1 hour time frame. On the 1 hour time frame is where I got my Fibonacci retracement. Now we do have a break of structure right here on the 1 hour. So if you are trading below the 1 hour time frame, I would recommend longs right now, especially with the daily time frame being up. But while you're looking for logs, pay very close attention to your fib levels. As you approach these levels, if one of them decides to make a double top and then a break of structure, that's what would stop me from looking for longs and stop me looking for shorts again. Because, the trend is up on all the higher time frames, and odds are that it could just keep on going up like that, which is why if it never breaks to the downside at a fib level, there's really no reason to go short. But instead, every time you see a move to the downside, you would be looking at that as a possible opportunity to go long again on these sort of time frames. Moving on to the Aussie dollar, going back up to the daily time frame. Aussie dollar is also in an uptrend on the daily and the weekly. It never did really engulf down. It actually ended up engulfing back to the upside. So I got my Fibonacci extension on here. I would expect it to at least go up to the 38. It might even go up to the 50% Fibonacci extension. So I am definitely still looking for longs on this. Going down to the 1 hour time frame, it is kind of slow going, but we're not really at a fib level. The next fib level is at 78%. So maybe it will drift down a little bit, but I think there's a good chance that it will just keep on going up. As long as it doesn't break structure at the 78%, that I personally would still continue to look for longs. I think this red Fibonacci should be our areas of resistance, the 38%, and if it doesn't stop there, potentially the 50%. Really, what we would want to see at one of those fib levels is a double top break of structure. That's what would turn us bearish. Otherwise, we are definitely looking for longs on this at the end of all pullbacks. And like I said, my analysis on all these dollar pairs is solely based on that US dollar analysis. Going down to the US dollar CAD, I actually think if I either zoom out a lot or go out to the weekly time frame, I think the US dollar CAD is in a wave B, and I think eventually it's going to make its way all the way back up towards this 100% Fibonacci extension for a wave C. So I think that the US dollar CAD is also turning bullish. We definitely did engulf up. I would definitely look at this move down as likely just a pullback within an uptrend. I personally think it's eventually going to go and probably take these highs, probably make a bigger pullback, and then keep on going, probably like a wave 1 and a wave 2. So heading all the way down to the 1 hour time frame, I definitely would be looking at anything I see to the downside as possibly just a pullback within an uptrend. This green Fibonacci is the Fibonacci I would be paying attention to on the 1 hour. Put your Fibonacci retracement on here. Watch your Fibonacci retracement levels. If it goes down to one of these levels and then it turns up with a nice momentum, nice solid break to the upside, then I would definitely take it as a long. Now, be careful, I mean, it could go down to the 30, the 50, 61%. I mean, we really don't know what level it could potentially turn at. That's why our eyes are going to be our best bet, you know, watching these levels as they approach for a break to the upside is what's going to get you long. So moving on to the US dollar Swiss, same type of thing. US dollar Swiss is another one where I actually think that this is potentially finishing off like a wave X and potentially could be starting an uptrend that would most likely go and sweep all these highs right here. I think there's a good chance it might even go up and sweep this high way back here. So definitely looking for longs on this one also. And going down to the 1 hour time frame, the green Fibonacci retracement from here to here is the levels that I'm paying attention to. I'm watching all my fib levels. I would expect to see at least a 50% pullback, but I don't really care what level it turns at. Whatever level it decides to break to the upside is the level that I will go long. And hopefully this ends up being like a wave 1, wave 2, and just takes off in a big old giant wave 3. Like I said, my analysis for all of these pairs that I just showed you was solely based on my US dollar analysis. You can really simplify your life by analyzing the dollar and then just using that information to trade all the dollar pairs themselves. Now, unfortunately, that doesn't really work with gold or the dollar yen because they kind of follow a different path than the dollar. Now, gold definitely did make a big push down, but we cannot rule out the possibility that gold goes all the way back up and makes a new high. There's no proof whatsoever on the monthly, the daily, or the weekly time frame that this is anything beyond a pullback to this last wave from here to here. Now, I personally would expect this to be like a wave A and possibly a wave B and then down again for a wave C to either break this structure or possibly make a higher low and go up. I would definitely expect that to be the most likely scenarios to make more of a three-way pullback. But like I said, with gold, I really would not be surprised if this thing just kept on going up. And pretty much exactly what happened here, here, and here is that it made a pretty strong push down and then it just continued the uptrend. Everybody is talking about how gold is in a big sell-off, and that's probably when gold will go up and make a brand new high. So going down to the 1 hour time frame, yesterday I was saying if it breaks down at a fib level, then go short. Did it ever break down at the 50%? Absolutely not. Same thing applies. If it goes to the 61%, decides to break down, then fine, take it as a short. But like I said, be very careful because the current structures right here, this could go down, make a higher low, go up, bounce from a fib, make a higher low, go up, bounce from a fib, make a higher low, and just keep on trending. I would definitely be recommending longs on these sort of time frames. The trend is definitely your friend, and gold is definitely still in an uptrend on basically every single higher time frame. So we are definitely still very bullish on gold. So going down to the US dollar yen, like I said, the US dollar yen is more of a yen pair than a dollar pair, and I've been warning about this for at least a week now that this potentially is a flat and that this is potentially going to go all the way up and make a new high. It looks like that is exactly what's happening. It looks like an expanding ABC curtain. So going down to the 1 hour time frame, this is another pair where I've been saying for about a week now that if it breaks structure to the downside at a fib level, then you could have gone short. Did it ever break to the downside at a fib level? Higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. There was no reason yet to go short. Our most recent structure is right here. If it breaks down, then fine, we'll go start looking for shorts on pullbacks. I think the more likely thing to happen is we'll probably see a bounce, another higher low, a bounce, another higher low, and it will probably just keep on going. But if it does decide to break to the downside at a Fibonacci retracement level, then I don't really care. I will definitely take it as a long because I do whatever the market tells me to do. I don't really care what my analysis says. The market is the only one that's correct. So if we get a bounce at a fib level and a break a structure, then I will definitely start looking for shorts again. And moving on to the euro yen, all the yen pairs actually took off pretty well yesterday. Just like the dollar yen, this looks like a possible flat. It looks like it's actually going up. I was thinking that this move up was going to be a pullback because of how slow it started off, but it looks to me like that's not the case. It looks like it's probably going to go up and make another new high. And going down to the 1 hour time frame, this is another pair where I've been saying if it breaks down at a fib level, start going short. Never did break down at a fib level there. Definitely no break, definitely no break, and still no break. So the same thing applies. I mean, if it goes down, as long as it doesn't break structure on the 1 to 2 hour time frame, which really the last structure is like way the heck down here, so it could possibly go down and still be in an uptrend. If it does break down at the 78%, then fine, start looking for shorts. If it doesn't, and it just keeps on making higher highs, higher lows, then why fight the trend? The trend is your friend, and just keep on going long at the end of every single pullback you see until you can identify the end of this uptrend. And moving on to the pound yen, the pound is quite a bit stronger than some of the other pairs right now. The pound is already back up at previous highs, but to be honest with you, that doesn't really mean it's going to stop. I mean, if you go all the way up to the really high time frames, we are right in between two Fibonacci levels right now. I think there's a good chance that the pound yen is going to go all the way up to about 220, maybe even 221. Obviously, not all in one day and probably not all in one week, but I am definitely very, very bullish. Now that we made a new high, this thing could possibly just keep on going. It could break out, make pullbacks, and just keep on making higher highs and higher lows. As we go down, we have to keep in mind the trend is your friend. I've been saying that if it breaks down at a Fibonacci level, then go long. Never broke down into 78, never broke down into 61, definitely never broke down into 50. Now they're all the way up at 100. Our most recent Fibonacci level is way down here. So if it breaks that, then fine. Otherwise, anything I see to the downside, I would definitely presume and assume is nothing more than a pullback within an uptrend. The trend is definitely your friend on these yen pairs. All the yen pairs are still in an uptrend. Gold is definitely still in an uptrend. And the dollar pairs, I am trading solely based on my analysis on the dollar index. And I think the dollar index is back to being bullish. So, anyways, don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to check out my website, fxpipcollector.com, if you want to follow along with my swing trades and participate in a great trading community on Discord. So, anyways, don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, thank you for watching and happy trading.